good, Jessica Stickle. January. Isn't January a funny month? It's like somehow we think we're gonna wake up and there's gonna be a different version of ourselves. I'm gonna be this vibrant person that I want to become. However, we look in the mirror, same face, maybe same habits, probably the same pajamas, and we think, motivation. I just need to feel motivated. But the thing is, I had to learn the hard way. Motivation isn't what changes us. Contrast is. When I was 24 years old, I went to Hawaii. I moved there because I had the aspiration of being a different version of myself. I was gonna become a surfer chick. Yeah, tan, buff, and I was gonna feel the sand in my hair, the sand between my toes, that warm ocean breeze. I was gonna see sunrises and sunsets. I was gonna hike every day. I was gonna be that girl that would wake up, drink her green juice super early, get ready for that sunrise. I was gonna bring my journal. I was gonna go to the cliff, and I was going to just look at the beauty and the view. However, that is not what happened. I got good at something else. I got good at partying. I went out night after night, day after day, drink after drink, and I did this. And my drinks turned into days, and my days turned into nights, and my days then turned into weeks. And before you know it, I didn't even recognize myself. I ended up finding a group of people that didn't ask about who I was becoming. Instead, they just asked, who's buying the next round? And then I woke up one morning, and I will never forget this. I was laying on a couch of a studio that I was renting with a woman that I did not connect with at all. And I had this Snickers ice cream bar wrapper on my body. And I wasn't getting up at 4 a.m. I was getting home at 4 a.m. And I remember looking in the mirror that day, and I felt heavy. Oh, my body felt heavy, and my mind felt cluttered. And then I realized this life felt familiar. See, I grew up watching my parents struggle with addiction. I saw that. I saw their discomfort. I saw their cluttered mind. And then I thought, I'm not living that adventurous life that I set out to live. I'm living a life that was inherited. And that scared me more than any hangover or missed sunrise ever could. I realized I was not living the life that I dreamed of. See, and that's where contrast comes in. Contrast is what motivated me. Discomfort motivated me. Because contrast is truthful. And the moment that I said, I don't want to live this life anymore, is the moment that I was set free. But now what? How do I live this life that I long to live, but I'm not quite ready to give up the life that I'm completely living? It's like I'm too responsible to continue to party, but I'm too rebellious to start clocking into that 9 to 5. I loved the idea of living a vagabond life, just seeing where the world would take me, traveling, hiking around, meeting new people, letting them direct me. But those people didn't direct me in the way that I wanted to go. And so now I needed to think, if I don't want to live that life, and being a vagabond is not really meeting my needs, nor my retirement plan, let's be honest, what do I do? Well, the answer was in thinking about the discomfort, not necessarily saying, all right, what am I gonna do today? I'm super motivated. Because that's the thing, this aha didn't just come out of feeling extremely inspired and motivated, and the sun was shining on my face, and today is a new day, Jesse. It was the strong, hard truth of, this isn't who I am. And now what? Well, the thing is, I didn't need a 10-year plan. I just needed to figure out the next step. So what would that be? And the next step wasn't saying, what am I going to achieve this year? The next step was saying, what do I no longer want to tolerate in my life? Who is the person I'm sick of being? And at that point, I had to realize I know the answers to those things if I'm choosing to be truthful, because contrast gives truth, and truth gives clarity, and clarity is what gives power. Now, with that clarity, I had to realize, what am I going to do with it? And moving through that, the next question I had to say to myself was, what am I done doing? Because I'm done feeling what that doing is giving me. So I want to tell you, it's a new year. And if you're not feeling motivated yet, good, because motivation doesn't stick. Contrast, discomfort, honesty, that's what sticks. So as I had to say to myself, I am done living this life, because you know what? The contrast was, I was living a life that was not in alignment with the life that I knew I was meant to live. And guess what? I didn't need motivation anymore, because now I had direction. Thank you.